Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. "161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence."
I believe that if you get your degree, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
A matchup renewed after a 7-year hiatus. Hello and welcome inside the Arrington Ice Arena. I'm joined alongside Alex Herman. My name is Sean Whitmer, and we have an exciting matchup here for you today as the visiting Syracuse Orange come in to play against the men's ACHA Division I Adrian College Bulldogs. A little bit of ice hockey here. So, of course, joined alongside my resident expert in Herm, the man I rely on so much for so much knowledge on the game. Herm, Bulldogs are coming in first series after playing against Liberty. What are they going to have to adjust from after taking their first loss on the season?
Well, they played Liberty extremely well last weekend. They wound up splitting that weekend series. The first game was a 7-3 win in regulation, and I feel like that surprised a lot of people by the score. A lot of the times that Liberty plays Adrian, whether it's here or over in Lynchburg, Virginia, the scores are a lot closer than that. 1 to 2 goal games are very common, and the Bulldogs absolutely tore it up on the ice. Blake Weidman had his first, second, and third goal of the season, had a natural hat trick in that game, would wind up picking up his fourth goal of the season in game number 2 the following day. But in that game, not so good. They wound up losing 2-6 in regulation and just didn't look like the same team that they were on the first day. Liberty has a history, as we mentioned last week, of playing better on day number 2, and that they did. One of the big things for me really is this Syracuse Orange team is hungry, no doubt about that. Maybe not exactly the same skill level as Liberty University, but it doesn't mean that you can take your foot off the gas. You still have to play this game hard. You still need to show up and do the simple things right so that you can win a clean game.
And this is kind of the same situation that we walked into the Pittsburgh series 2 series ago with. Game 1, we felt like the Bulldogs should have had things well underway. They should have had a good handle on things. They ended up going into overtime, and Pittsburgh kind of seemed like they were catching them off guard. Bulldogs come out with the win, and they've been a phenomenal Day 2 team this year, playing better in every Day 2 except for the game against Liberty. Rivalry matchups will sneak up on you. What did the Orange on the other side have to do in order to just take advantage of things in tonight's action?
Well, Syracuse coming into this weekend 1-5-2 on the season so far, so they're definitely struggling a little bit right now, but it doesn't mean that they do have hope for their team. Last weekend, they had a hard-fought series with IUP. They wound up losing both of those games, but talked to some of the players and the coaches before the game, and they all felt like it was right within their hands. They just have to be able to finish the game. You look at those scores, they're very, very close. They lost on the first shot of overtime in game number 1, 1-2, and then unfortunately blew a lead in the third period of game number 2, 5-4. So if they can come hot out of the gate and play a full 60 minutes, they could wind up giving a game to the Bulldogs.
And I think that's exactly what they're going to do. Also, what we've seen a lot this season has been the special teams players. Everything has seemed to come down to special teams. I know me and you have had an interesting experience up here in the booth where in every power play in one game we called, there was a shot 5 seconds in. So we've seen this Bulldogs team play very phenomenally on special teams. It's led by their netminders. They know what they're doing. The Bulldog team knows how to lay out for each other. Had a conversation with Blake Weidman earlier in the week, and he said on those special team units, that's a big emphasis for their team. You lay out for the goalie. You do everything you can to stop that shot from even getting to him and play selfless.
I think the other mindset that the Bulldogs should have in this weekend, and we've talked about it just about every series so far this season, you have to stay out of the box. The Bulldogs have had a lot of penalty trouble the entire way of the first part of the season in every series that they've had, and I know that they've racked up a lot of penalty minutes. Today is a perfect day to try and stay out of the box. There's no reason for you to take undisciplined and selfish penalties. Just play your game. Keep it simple. The clean, easy plays are going to win them this hockey game.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, they've had quite a few penalty minutes. They have 2 players that have already surpassed 20 early in the season, and that's something they're going to have to get down. I think this is the first series to really start that energy and start playing a little bit cleaner. We're going to step aside real quick here at ACTV. Don't go anywhere as you're watching ACHA hockey.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great, great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
Hello and welcome back as we've gotten the anthem underway, and it was a special anthem here in the AIA as it is Military Appreciation Night. Bulldogs representing such a night in breaking out new camo jerseys. I was a little thrown off there during the anthem. I had just noticed that Syracuse changed their jerseys after their warm-up. They warmed up in some orange digital camo. They've changed since to their white, but nice to see them showing a little bit of that ceremony in wearing some camo jerseys on Military Appreciation Night here in the AIA. Nights like these are very important for the community, not just the team. We get a ceremonious puck drop and I can imagine that you playing in some of these games over the years, calling a lot of these games over the years, Herm, what's the mindset of these players coming into a game like this?
Well, there's a lot to honor and play for. You often talk about people saying you play for something bigger than just the game, and this is definitely one of those reasons. The Bulldogs very involved in the Adrian community, have a lot of alumni and important people who help make this program run, and doing their service and paying back to those people who protect us overseas and afar by wearing those nice camo jerseys that got revealed to us earlier in the week was kind of a surprise to the rest of the organization. Other than the D1 team, it was a very quiet reveal, and I saw them on Instagram for the first time. They're pretty sweet, and was great as well to see Syracuse show up and have some of their own jerseys as well as we get a nice puck drop. I was distracted by the dog on the ice.
Hard not to be, as the dog tried to take the puck and I believe still wants the puck. So
it's a good dog.
It is a very good dog, and this is not the first puck ceremony puck drop that the Bulldogs have had this season. Probably almost definitely won't be the last. They love to do these because these are very big moments for themselves. For each team, it will be number 40 for the Orange, AJ Finta in net. He has played 6 games this season with a 1-4-1 record, has allowed 23 goals and 171 saves. On the other side, I didn't catch the number, but I imagine it is Peyton Traska, netminder that has started majority of the season for the Bulldogs. He's really been their go-to man with a 5-1 record. 6 games played, he has a 2.16 goals against average and a .922 save percentage.
Yeah, Traz has been excellent this entire season. Really broke out last year when he had to step up in the absence of Noah DeContin's, and taking over the helm as the #1 goalie. Has really played in some big games this season. Looking to see another big effort from him here tonight.
Reimer on the faceoff for the Dogs. Fighting for possession. Dogs will corral it, play it back to the D. Now play it to the far side. Skating up the side and battling, pass right into the slot. Shot, scores!
Unbelievable start for the Bulldogs. Last weekend they scored on their first shot against Liberty. They do it again, this time even quicker than last week. 11 seconds in, you see the Dogs win the opening faceoff, head over to the right side of the wing, right to the net. No doubt about that one. In the back of the net, the Dogs to an early 1-0 lead.
Caught me off guard. They scored so quickly there on that possession, as covering it up will be Finta. Looked like that puck just snuck right past his skate as he tried to put it on the post.
Well, that's a hard start for a goalie. Your first real test is a big blast from the slot, just some 5 or 6 feet on top of your crease. Easy wake-up call for the Orange, and the Bulldogs off to a good start.
Battling for possession, pass into the slot, now back. Played from the point, dumped underneath. Chasing after it is Smith. Tries to make a move around one man, now he'll corral it in the corner. Puck gets jarred loose, played back once again. Playing that left point with Strasky, unable to handle it. Bulldogs reset, Smith takes it into the offensive zone, cross-ice feed. Comes off the stick of Gajewski. Both teams fighting. Orange trying to keep the shots off net. Now played back. McLaughlin plays it once again. Shot on net. Deflected. Off the glass. Reagan's shot. Flips forward and off the glass once again. Smith launches it in. Left. Now sent down. Smith chases after it. It'll be corralled by Gajewski. Orange take it away. Go in the other direction. Wren has Cook in his way. Makes a move. Sends it off the iron. Rugg dumps it into the corner, allowing his teams to make a change.
That shot looked like it fooled Traska. Was pulled over to the left wing and then ripped, I think, through a pair of legs. But a good response.
Weidman took a shot there. Sorry to cut you off, Herman. Now they're going the other way with Pendleton shot, wide left. Syracuse trying to keep it in the offensive zone. Bulldogs will take possession, pass to Weidman into the neutral zone, flips it across ice, swatted down, Weidman recovers it, center ice. Dump it in for a line change. Pendleton plays it forward. McEnroe struggling for it, gets physical. Pendleton picks it up in the corner. McEnroe takes a little bit of a stumble. Both teams battling for possession, each team with 2 players in the corner. It's played back. Thomas, D-to-D pass, now the shot. Corralled in the legs. We'll have ourselves a whistle. And a face-off, I believe, to the glove side of Peyton Traska.
Despite the Orange getting scored on early in this first period, they're still keeping the pace of play up. There's definitely a big question mark when you're on the bus for over 8 or 9 hours, which the Orange were today, coming from the northern parts of New York. Not an easy drive to make it to Michigan, but they're keeping up well so far with the Bulldogs and have had a number of early chances as well.
Jammer bringing the physicality for the Bulldogs offensive unit as the puck gets passed underneath. Traska came out for it and now kind of getting trapped over there in the corner. It looks like it was Cyrus Toth. Playing back, battling, puck still loose. Comes free, Jammer will play it to the other side for Turin. And a big hit by Turin on the blue line. Going the other way, Turin breaking free, a diving effort from an Orange player. Jars the puck loose, now it's back. Shot in front, deflected. Nice effort there from Strasky, keeping the play alive. Bulldogs will launch another off the blocker. Taking it the other way. Brow gets sent. Arm raised, delayed penalty. Goalie is sent to the bench, extra man on the ice. Reagan shoots just wide. Some contact, and the Orange have finally touched it. So Traska will take his place back onto the ice.
It's going to be a cross-checking call against the Orange's number 14, Jake Brow, which will give the Bulldogs an early power play, which is definitely not what you want to see from the Syracuse bench. But earlier on that play, number 37, Ben Brandt with a fantastic back check to swipe the puck away from a speeding Mateo Turin. Otherwise would have had a clean breakaway in on Fanta.
Played over, Strasky, D-to-D pass now sent into the slot. Makes a break, Gajewski plays it into the corner, a little bit too hot. Played to Gajewski on the wing. Pass, cross ice feed, and the backdoor shot will score.
Textbook Bulldogs power play. On full display here from power play unit number 1. You see them start this off quickly on the face-off. They'll wrap it around the outside, looking for the trailer in front, drive hard to the net, and good things will follow. Tic-tac-toe play from the Dogs. It's 2-0.
How about that backdoor just racing for it, seeing it open up with Sebastian Smith coming away with the goal, as now the Orange going the other way. But Bulldogs will take it away as the Orange entered the offensive zone. Now it's dumped in, McLaughlin. D-to-D pass, played into the middle, unable to handle it. Second attempt can't be handled either. Good physicality there from Mott. Corralled in the corner. Mott feeds it to the wing. Weidman screaming up the near side of the ice, keeps it wide and unable to get it past Finta in net. Mott to McLaughlin, who can't handle it. He'll just send one in front. Taken off the body of an Orange. Going the other way is Wren. Plays it off the boards. Mott corrals in the corner to McLaughlin. Played into it. Middle of the defensive zone. Now dumped in by Weidman. They'll make a change. Bulldogs first team there anyway. Nice effort here from the Dogs. Big physicality there up against the boards. A little bit of a scrum. Bulldogs keeping it in the offensive zone. Smith pressuring. Played up against the boards. Smith trying to come away with it. Gajewski will. Gajewski with some great moves but it gets poked away. Chasing after it is Ziskinder. Plays it D to D, now back to Ziskinder. Up to Reagan. Reagan skates forward, leaves it for Smith, back to Reagan. Reagan with a great move in front, but can't keep it on the toe of the stick. Going back the other way, they get tangled. Bulldogs will take back possession, flip it in. Smith chasing after it. Battling for possession. Physicality up against the boards. McEnroe going the other way. Sent into the near side corner. Nice move there up against the boards. Flips it long. Bulldogs racing after. Doing everything they can. Alley Orange. Pendleton was in pursuit, couldn't do anything. Going the other way is Schaumburger, taken off his feet. Strasky will corral the puck on the blue line, going to the other blue line. Now a cross ice feed. Bulldogs shoot right in front, deflected by Schaumburger. Strasky keeps it in the offensive zone. Playing patient, he'll dump it underneath. Nice job poking at it up there against the boards. Turin plays it back. Shot by Reimer just wide. Jammer had a second opportunity. Went underneath his stick.
That is a large forward line to have to play against in Justin Jammer, Eli Reimer, and Mateo Turin. 6'3" for Jammer, 6'3" for Reimer, and 6'5" for Turin. Do not want to see those guys coming down the ice, and they can all shoot the puck as well.
Yeah, the physicality from this Bulldogs team is seen in their first line as offsides is called, and a little bit of physicality after the play. Just somebody ran into Reimer and fell down on their own power because Reimer is, as you mentioned, as big as he is.
It's amazing, too, because you go to the second forward line, which we saw a couple of shifts ago. You go from the Reimer line to the Reagan line, which is Smith, Cash Reagan, and Dylan Gajewski, three of the sharpshooters for this Bulldogs squad. Feared from around the league for sure.
Right now, Weidman playing it here close to us. Gets played back off the boards. Chesner with a little bit of shoulder checking. Off the skate from the Callaway. Orange with a long feed, and it will lead to icing. Unfortunate when you get stuck out there and you can't make the change, but with the physicality the Bulldogs are bringing and the Orange are scrambling right now, I think Bulldogs are going to take advantage of every opportunity they can get.
You know, and it looks like Syracuse is struggling a little bit just based off of the score. It's early 2-0 lead for Adrian College, but they have been continuing to play hard. The speed in the game is definitely there. They've had a number of good shots on Peyton Traska, and they're certainly not giving up yet.
Smith skates in, leaves it underneath the net. Keeps it on his stick. Shot. Seen the water bottle dance, but puck is still live. Smith picks it up once again, makes a move into the crease. It's poked away.
Syracuse has to be careful with letting the Bulldogs drive the net to the front like that.
Ziskinder's shot deflects off Reagan and goes back behind, now playing into the corner. Ziskinder picks it up once again, plays it underneath. Bulldogs first team there. Picking it up into the slot, shot deflected away. Mins and Reagan playing around with it a little bit. Gets stuck on the skate of the official. Reagan couldn't keep it on his stick. Now it's played back. Recovered and sent in by Toth. Schaumburger back to Toth. Ziskinder has his shot deflected.
You know, the Bulldogs are doing a really good job, as we were starting to mention on that last Smith play a couple of seconds ago, at driving the front of the house right now. You look at where most of their shots are coming from, it's inside the dots, which is exactly where you want to be. the Orange are going to make any adjustments right now, they got to defend in front of their goaltender.
Puck is loose, battling for possession, played back. Strasky leaves it, D to D pass, now getting rushed is the Bulldogs, going the other way with it. Fanning kind of left that pass a little bit long. It didn't have much heat on it, but also just didn't have the brakes to slow up for teammates to play it. Wren looking for the face-off for the Orange. Goes in favor of the Orange. Pass into the slot, gets deflected. Rushing for it, Bulldogs trying to clear it. Reimer comes away with the puck. Here's that tall offensive line. Keeps the man on his back, battling in front. Reimer's shot is wide.
Miraculous that he just out-muscled 3 Orange players.
Brow plays it underneath. Reimer recovers. Pass right in front. Battling for the shot was Jammer. Now Turin has it taken away. It's played off the boards. Brow to Strasky. Kicked away. Turin to Brow. Can't handle it on the point. Bulldogs will have to reset. Reimer plays it to Jammer. Jammer. His pass broken up. Genro can't handle it. Reimer picks it up. 3 Orange defenders on him. Now McLaughlin pokes it free. Skating up the ice is Nye. Jammer just put the brakes on and the power in the hit. McLaughlin tries to send one in front. It gets deflected away. Pendleton plays it up ice. Chipped for the change. Now recovered. Right down Broadway. Shot is broken up. Bulldogs playing big in front. Now played long. Weidman. Breakaway shot will score!
This kid is red hot right now. Blake Weidman with a hat trick and a 4th goal last weekend. Just had his 5th in the last 3 games. Sweet pass from their own zone. Blows by the D. Plenty of space for him to work with. Goes upstairs. Number 3. Man, oh man, that is a hot stick right now.
Funny story from my interview there during the week. He had mentioned, is this because I scored those goals? And I said, well, it's player of the week and you played great. I think he's trying to get another one. Reagan making a break into the offensive zone. Smith plays it in front. It's still Luth. Gajewski recovers. His shot deflected into the protective netting. Reagan, Smith, and Gajewski. The offensive line for the Bulldogs. Smith putting pressure on. Pass gets through. Duffy skates up with some contact. A little bit of extracurriculars after the play. Now battling underneath the net of Traska. Pass shot scores!
That's an earned goal from Syracuse right there. Catching the Bulldogs sleeping on this play. We started to talk about it earlier, and even though they're down, Syracuse not going away. They've had some good chances. Good cycle here out of the corner. Spin pass to the front of the net. Nobody protecting the house. And that's a slam dunk in the back of the net behind Peyton Traska. We're back within 2.
They caught me a little bit off guard, too. I wasn't expecting the spin pass there. Seen the player breaking back door, but I just didn't expect the Orange to find a way to get the puck to him in time. As now this puck lofted. It'll be kicked away by Finta. Orange will recover. Bulldogs playing ultra aggressive. Brow plays it back. Now off the boards. Trying to play it forward was Mins. Brow to Strasky. Up to Mins. Flips it back behind him. Thomas plays it across ice. Now up. Cook. Trying to battle off the defense of the Bulldogs in Strasky. Long feed to Mins off the skate. Chasing after it. He'll recover it on the dot, and it gets deflected into the netting.
Bulldogs need to be very, very careful here in the next 6 minutes and 45 seconds of this first period. Started out really, really well and still are continuing to do so. But this Syracuse team showing that they have no quit in this game. They're going to keep going and try and even this thing up as fast as they can.
Now Orange will win the face-off, going the other way. Bulldogs going to dump it in. It's the big line. Jammer goes for the steal in the slot. Turin picks it up, going the other way, leaves it behind for Jammer. Shot into the body, deflected away, kicked by Mott to McLaughlin. He'll rifle one in. It's deflected off the stick of Jammer, and the Orange will take advantage going into the transition. Turin plays it back. Reimer in pursuit off the glass. Some physicality between Turin and McEnroe. And now the offside whistle will sound. A lot of action there in only 40 seconds, as I think the Bulldogs might be listening to what you're saying here, Herm. They're trying to do everything they can to keep the pressure on the Orange right now.
Well, it's important for them not to get complacent. You're playing against a team that statistically you should be dominating, and they are playing really solid so far to begin this game. I would say one of the speedier starts to the season for them, but you can't waver.
Calloway and Weidman putting pressure on. McLaughlin plays it underneath. It's recovered by DeCalloway. Played to Mott. Right point shot deflected. Weidman recovers it. It gets taken off his stick. Nice effort there to play it underneath. Arm is raised. We have a delayed whistle. And right as Traska was coming out.
This is going to be a high sticking call against Jake Brown. Didn't really see what happened behind the play. I think there was a tango in front of Finta, but the Bulldogs will get another power play opportunity. Already scored on their first one. Wasted no time at that as well.
With that penalty, Jake Brown is now the sole leader in penalty minutes for the Orange this season. Smith taking it on the right wing. He'll play it back. Strasky leaves it underneath. Smith recovers, spinning around, and gets recovered by DeCalloway. Plays it back. Now up to Strasky. On the wing, Smith shot, rifling in to the glove of Finta.
That's a good glove save from Finta. Trying to keep his team in this game as best as possible, and he's seen a lot of high danger shots throughout this entire first period. 5:11 left to go in our first frame.
Jammer.
Some late line changes too for Syracuse. I'm surprised the officials let that through.
As Jammer was taking the face-off there, one of his first face-offs of the game. Really only takes him on the special teams units, as Reimer is the face-off man for their unit. Bulldogs setting up the rush, going the other way. Unable to keep it on his stick was Gajewski. Now to Calloway, chasing it into the corner. Just under 5 minutes remain in the period. Played for Smith. Nice move up against the boards. Can't handle the puck. And it's cleared by the Orange. Both teams make changes. Bulldogs waiting to set up the break. Playing it to that right side. Shot deflects right back. Little return to sender. Now Reagan makes a move. Can't handle it in the stick. Kicking it around until a Bulldog picks it up. Now cross ice feed to Reimer. Breaks it into the zone. On the point, McLaughlin sends it in front. Off the hand of an Orange player, it looked like. Smith takes a little contact, plays it right in front of the goal. McLaughlin on the point. Sends it in front, it's deflected. Battling in the crease and trying to pick up some points was Turin. Back to even strength now.
I think Mins broke his stick on that play where he dropped it down to the ice and headed off to the bench. Of course, when your twig snaps in half, you have to let go of it, otherwise it's a penalty. That's why you saw him try and soccer kick it with his skates and then went back to the bench area.
Ziskinder played it up for Weidman. Schomburger couldn't handle the heat off the glass. Going the other way, played underneath Traska. Now it's played a little long. Dribbled it off the stick, and going the other way was Caddo. Bulldogs steal it right back. Played behind Smith, now wide. Shot off the glass. Ziskinder's shot off the glass as well, playing with it right in front. It gets stolen away. Ziskinder picks it up, sends another one in front. Bulldogs trying to just create some eye candy and find an open look. Backhand will send it underneath. Gajewski comes into pressure. Reagan and Smith tied up in the boards. Smith gets tied up once again. Back-to-back scrums here on the ice. 3v2 right now in favor of the Orange in this scrum, but the Bulldogs will come away with it. Pass over to Strasky. Shot right in front. It's still loose. The Orange pick it up, and it was a little bit too hot on that pass. Now the Orange transition the other way. They'll dump it and make the change.
Despite Finta being a 6-foot-tall goaltender, seems to be having some trouble seeing pucks through traffic, but that's also multi-layered stacks of screens in front of him that his defense just isn't clearing out for him the way that he might want to.
Jammer, a little bit of a dump and chase. Getting after it, putting the shoulder into the Orange player. Puck loose in the slot, kicked away. Orange on their transition. Chasing after it is Weimer. Flipped up, taken the other way. Jammer couldn't handle it. Forgive me, that was Nye that couldn't handle it. Jammer was chasing after the icing.
Less than a minute left. Things have calmed down over the past couple of minutes. Still, Bulldogs are shooting relentlessly.
It's really hard for the Orange here because you're playing so much in your defensive zone that whenever you get to the red line, you're just dumping it and making the change to get fresh legs. It's a very vicious cycle that the Bulldogs can get you trapped in.
We've really only seen one or two instances where Syracuse can set up in the offensive zone and try and work their cycle that they want in the offensive end, like you were alluding to. Well, that's what happens when you play against top 10 and especially top 5 teams such as Adrian, who really have well-run systems and 4 full lines of skaters who can go and 3 pairs of defense who really love to shut it down in the back end.
Couldn't tell who, but Bulldog Man just got told one of his teammates will have to take the face off.
I believe that was the Callaway getting replaced by Mins. A little difficult to see some of the names, especially with no nameplate on there, and the darker camo jerseys, the numbers blend in.
Been one of the more difficult things for me today, and Bulldogs also playing some names I haven't seen as much of, but
speaking of names that we're seeing for the first time, Carter McLeod getting his first ACHA game here tonight.
And on the ice right now is McLeod. Long feed goes into the hand of an Orange. Taking it away is McLeod. in the offensive zone, going wide, shot, deflected away. Battling forward, McLeod back to McLaughlin. Shoots it on net. Big contact behind, shot, scores!
We'll see if McLeod gets a touch on this puck at any point, but this is a great play from the Bulldogs. Behind the play, gets cycled down underneath the red line, starts with a right pad save, and then some contact on the board, separating the body from the puck. Bang, bang play in the slot again. Bulldogs just jamming it down the throat of the Syracuse Orange. And on top of that, too, they're going to go to the power play here. I didn't see what the signal was, but it's Ben Brandt who's going to go to the box and have to sit for 2 minutes. So 10 seconds left in the period. If nothing changes, the Bulldogs will have 1 minute and 50 seconds of power play time to start off the second period.
Might see the Bulldogs shoot within 5 seconds if everything stays the same. Played long, pass around, and now some physicality into the corner. We're going to get out of here with time remaining on the penalty clock. So I didn't see the signal either there on that penalty, but it happened post-play. I think it was a little bit of unsportsmanlike acting there for Brandt after the play, because I think he was the one that received that hit into the boards, and I think he wanted some extra words there that officials just weren't having it.
Yeah, and he's jawing pretty heavily with the officials right now. Came out of the box, was trying to skate over to talk to the two head officials wearing the orange stripes, and was immediately told to get off the ice. So taking no exceptions there, I would agree it was probably some kind of retaliatory penalty.
Yeah, and it almost seemed as if he might have said something to the officials that got out of hand, the way that those head officials kicked him off the ice like that without even wanting to see him. A lot of times officials can hold grudges too, and everyone is human at the end of the day. We're sitting at 4-1. Bulldogs have played hot. They've played fast. Herm, how did we get to this score?
Well, it started very, very quickly in the first period. Justin Jammer, 11 seconds in, got his 5th goal of the season. And from there, it's basically been all Bulldogs. Syracuse does have one to show for it on a nice backdoor play from Nathan McLean and the pass from Ben Brandt. But other than that, all of the play really being dominated to our left. The pressure is there from Adrian College, and I would have to say out of the games that we've seen from them this season, one of their most complete first periods. Did not let off the gas pedal, maybe for a couple of seconds as they got scored on, but then turned it right back on and scored another goal to make this a 3-goal difference.
So Bulldogs obviously playing as fast as they are. It's very hard for the Orange to battle back into this game. What do they have to do in order to accomplish that?
Well, first they have to stay out of the box. And normally it's us saying that to the Bulldogs, but this time it's Syracuse who are taking the majority of the penalties. I'll have to check the statistics on it, but I think it's the first period this season that the Bulldogs have not been in the box at all, which is amazing because that's exactly what they need to be doing. Syracuse just has to keep going. You can see they have the fight in them. All of their chances on Peyton Taraska has been quality, and the one that they scored on, not for nothing, was a fantastic play. So if they're able to make do with maybe less shots than they want, but make them high quality, then they're going to stay in this game. You never know. They could crawl their way back in.
And they've shown some real promise once they've had a chance to be in that offensive zone and really just get some things working. It just hasn't worked yet. It only takes one in order to get the momentum swinging back in your way. Bulldogs lead 4-1, 18-8 in shots, and we will have 1 minute and 50 remaining on the penalty clock when we return. Don't go anywhere. I am joined with Alex Herman. My name is Sean Whitmer, and you are watching Bulldog Hockey on ACTV.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow AdrianCollegeTV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at AdrianCollegeTV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Nothing different today than what you do every day, all right? Love you guys. Win on three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campusvisit.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
I'm a special ed social worker. And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Welcome back here at ACTV. My name is Sean Whitmer. Joining me in the booth for today's action is Alex Herman, of course better known as Herm on the mic. And earlier today he wasn't just on the mic, he was also on the camera. So Herm, all jokes aside, through one period, Bulldogs lead 4-1. Orange has shown more promise than maybe you'd expect if you look at the stats. A little bit of recap for the people joining us just now. What do the Orange need to do to get better and add some more goals to the tally?
Well, they're down 4-1 after 20 minutes of play. I wouldn't say necessarily that they've played bad. I think the Bulldogs have just played better. Syracuse have had quality scoring chances. We talked about their one goal that they had, and that was from Nathan McLean from Ben Brantz on the assist. And it was a good play in the offensive zone, caught the Bulldogs sleeping. It's really simple for them. They just have to make smart plays in the offensive zone. If they can turn up ice and try and penetrate the defense a little bit and get behind everybody, it's going to help them out here. They do have the ability to score. It's just a matter of can they get behind the Bulldogs and can they stay out of the box, which they've done a lot in that first period.
Yeah, and when you talk about smart plays, of course, there at the end of the first period, we've seen a little bit of the opposite. Emotions started flaring, tempers started running a little bit high, and a Orange player ended up getting sent to the box after the goal had already been scored. We believe it had something to do with a little bit of extracurriculars after the play, maybe some unsportsmanlike words, and the officials just were going to make him pay for it, kind of make an example out of it, kind of keep this game's tempers a little bit lower so that way we don't see things get out of control. The Orange need to stop making these smaller mistakes, these smaller miscues that are really going to hurt their team in the long run.
Well, they start the period on the PK for the next minute and 50 seconds, and they got to be very, very careful over that extended period of time as well.
Strasky will recover it in the Bulldogs' end. Now setting up the rush, he'll play it back. Nice move, Smith takes it from end to end. Pass right in front. Now played back, Strasky will recover in the neutral zone. Leaves it for Smith. Now Strasky takes it into the offensive zone himself. Cross ice feed, Gajewski, nice move on the wing. Gets played underneath. Back to the point for Smith. Gajewski sends one in front, it's loose and goes behind. Now skating up, trying to attack his jammer. He has his shot deflected, it's still loose, and it scores!
I can't believe what I just saw. This is going to be one of the wackiest goals you're going to see in quite some time. If the Bulldogs try and do this a second time again, they're not going to be able to do it because this was one of the craziest kicks that you'll ever see. Cycle for the Bulldogs. They work it to the top of the circle. It's going to be a Justin Jammer shot that's sent way high and wide and hits just perfectly in between the stanchion of the Zamboni door. Kicks right back out, and it's stuffed in the back of the net. Bulldogs get another power play goal, and they extend their lead even further.
I missed it completely here in the booth. It looked like the Orange had recovered it, but it worked out nicely for the Bulldogs as some Bulldog faithful standing there. They had a perfect view of it. Now Bulldogs playing in their own end. Flipped around. Maybe the opportunity the Orange needed. It's played wide. It's, of course, thanks to that goal, it's back to 5-on-5. Breaks applied, sent underneath. Reagan spinning around by Brandt, now played up. Skating forward is Weidman. He recovers it, keeping it on his stick. Left it a little long for Reagan. Mott just inside that center ice circle. As the Orange will clear their zone and go in the other way. It's dumped in. Played back, and officially the goal goes to Callaway. Reagan can't handle it. Spinning is Cook. He leaves it for his teammate. Cook swats it back down. Breaks applied in the corner. Getting battled off the puck by McLaughlin. Now the Bulldogs will take possession. Going the other way with some pace. Sending it in. That was Brandon Nye. Battling in the corner, it gets sent back. Ziskinder to Toth, back to Ziskinder. Flipped long, swatted down by an Orange. And a little bit of a hand pass there, so we're gonna have a offensive zone draw for the Bulldogs.
This is gonna help out Syracuse to get them a whistle, but not really sure where the hand pass was there. Didn't seem like he closed his glove on it or even fished it with his mitt, but we'll get an offensive zone draw for Adrian College here.
And the draw will be in favor of the Bulldogs. They're battling for possession still. No team picking it up cleanly. Schomburger's stick gets caught up. Now sent in from the point, just high. Puck bouncing around, recovered by the Bulldogs, battling into a scoring chance. Gonna have to be recovered on the corner. Toth sends it in front. I don't think that was his intended target, but Schomburger picked it up nonetheless. Ziskinder trying to play it forward. Jammer has come on the ice, wreaking havoc. Toth, Ziskinder. Played to Reimer. Now Jammer, back to Reimer. 92-8. 92 will score!
My goodness, what a goal from Eli Reimer. Big man cannot be stopped. You see him catch the puck in the neutral zone, does it all himself. Barrels down to the right wing, and uncontested, Syracuse just let him walk to the net. No chance for Finta there. Got a feel for him as a fellow goaltender, really just getting left out to dry right now.
Kind of crazy. We expect moves like that from players like Gajewski, Smith, Weidman. Somebody as big as Reimer making a filthy move like that right in front of the crease is something you're always going to want to watch because you don't get to see it very often.
Reimer's been one of the good stories for the Bulldogs this season. Leads the team in points. And he made his transfer over from Wisconsin Eau Claire in NCAA Division III, a team that has played our NCAA varsity team here at Adrian College before during playoffs as an out-of-conference matchup. The Bulldog faithful heckling the Syracuse netminder and Finta, making his life very difficult, as I think we're going to get a penalty here behind the play.
Duffy had leveled the Bulldog player. I believe it was Cash Reagan, so couldn't tell if it was 4-4 or 2-4. I haven't seen Jack Waldo on the ice at all tonight, so I believe makes my life a lot easier there. Played back, Mott feeds to McLaughlin, who will send it in. Now battling in front, puck still loose, and the shot will score!
Bulldogs doing what the Bulldogs do best. Go to the net and go to work. Traffic in front. Finta played the dump in, and the Bulldogs quick to the puck. They wrap it around. This might have been an own goal. I don't know if anybody ever touched it from Adrian College, and it looks like Syracuse is going to call a timeout here.
I think that's the right call. You want to get either, it doesn't look like they're making a move for a different netminder, so I think they're just trying to calm Finta down, trying to get this team's head right and make sure that, you know, those adjustments they just made in the locker room, make sure that they're coming to fruition, making sure that the Orange are trying to make things happen here the right way, doing things the way they were doing there early in the first period. They gave up the early goal, but they were playing fast. They were playing with confidence. They need to keep that confidence as high as they possibly can because it seems to slowly be declining right now.
Well, for sure, I would agree with your point there. Syracuse Orange definitely are deflated right now, and for good reason. They're getting completely dominated by their opponents in the Adrian College Bulldogs, who just are not giving up much room for them to operate.
Weidman goes off the skate between the legs, and it gets played. He was trying to get too fancy with it. Now the Bulldogs will send it in, and Weidman will pick it up. Mott sends it in front. It's loose, covered up by Finta. And we'll get a whistle and a couple more as some extracurriculars take place. That Bulldog faithful, every time that things get louder, they do as well.
This is where Adrian College needs to be smart, though, and keep their composure. Syracuse is going to continue to get frustrated as they're being hounded in their defensive zone by the Bulldogs, and they might start to give some extra pushes and shoves after the whistle, and those are the moments in time where, as a team leading by the amount that they're at, just have to keep your head on straight.
As the Bulldogs battling for the puck, it'll be sent high. Another big hit right in front of the Dogs over there. Now it gets past McLaughlin. Orange with a chance, and Pendleton can't handle it. Spinning shot off the skate of an Orange player. Gets recovered, played in front, and Pendleton can't handle it. Now battling for possession. Karams off the glass high. Covered, Pendleton can't handle. So the Bulldogs will take possession. Turin leaves the pass for Reimer long, and the Orange will get caught up with icing. As you mentioned earlier there, Herm, just adding on to your point, Bulldogs, of course, need to keep their heads right, but it's not just a one-player thing. The player that's getting instigated, yes, he needs to keep his head on his shoulders. The teammates need to keep their heads and wits about them to keep those teammates out of trouble. You don't want to see a teammate get into a situation where he can't step away from it.
You see them going deep, and somebody trying to go at your teammate might need to pull them out of the scrum, and on the bench, that has to be reiterated constantly.
Sending it in front, it's kicked away. Pass is left long, Wren skating for it. Stolen away off the skate of the official over there on the far side. Orange with a 3-on-3 shot. And an easy save for Traska. Nice to see he's keeping his confidence high despite not seeing as many shots here in this second period. Only 2 shots so far from the Orange. Herm, as a fellow netminder, as you've mentioned, when an opposing team has a bunch of fans down there just chirping at you, how do you keep your composure?
Just got to pretend like they're not even there. Focus on what's on the ice. That's really where your attention should be shifted to. Next shot, next play. Just staying locked into the game as best as possible. If they're there making some noise, it's just like you're outside listening to the birds chirp.
And those birds are chirping today as Orange trying to make their efforts felt. Played off the boards. Now Gajewski trying to help fight for it. It'll carry him up and into the netting. So we'll have ourselves a offensive zone draw for the Orange.
See what they can do here, if they can win the face-off back cleanly. Try and set something up in the offensive zone. Have struggled to register many shots here this period.
Face-up is an immediate tie-up. Caddo sends it underneath. Battling for possession. It's passed into the slot. Caddo shot off the skate and kicked away by the Bulldog defense in Brandon Nye. And now Nye on the other end, chasing after it, applying the pressure. And a one-time shot in the slot. Goes wide. Brow battles off. Maybe a little too physical there from Brow as he sat down. I believe that is Pendergrass for the Orange.
Well, it was a big hit from Bro on Pendergrass, and the play stopped there just because Pendergrass's helmet popped off. Anytime that happens, whether it be a player or a goaltender, you have to blow the whistle dead. Of course, scary situation when you have no protection on top of your head. Can be hit by a body or a puck, so good for the officials to be able to see that and stop play quickly.
Playing underneath. Bulldogs in a scrum. Pass to the point. McLaughlin applies a little bit of a cross check, and it was very high up. A little bit of a scary situation.
It looked like McLaughlin was trying to defend himself at first, but the hands are going to come up a little bit too high. It's going to be a cross check. And the Orange are going to go to the power play for the first time here tonight. They have 5-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. Down by 6. They score 7-1 with 11:42 left to go in the second period.
Bulldogs get to test out their penalty kill here today, and a ref takes a body there right off the face-off. Physicality just escalating every minute this game goes on. Played up to the point, now onto the wing. Cross-ice feed is deflected. And if that netting wasn't there, the WOW Warriors might have just got a souvenir.
Very rare you see the pucks pop all the way over the protective netting. Has happened in the past, but got to get some height on the biscuit. Penalty kill for the Bulldogs, currently operating at 89.19%. They've done very, very well on the PK this year.
Shot just trickles in. Traska lost sight of it, and it was deflecting around, finding the back of the net.
Well, I'll soak that one for sure. That one's on me. See the puck get sent back to the blue line. Quick shot from the point, and it takes a weird carom in front of Traska. I don't think that it really hit anything. It seemed like it went off of his body and then pinballed off of something, but Syracuse getting a much-needed goal back on the power play. They bring it back within 5.
Bro plays it back. Duffy sends it right into the slot. It's still loose. Shot again. Scores!
Did not see this one coming from Syracuse. They've got some life again. Back-to-back plays. This one even strength. Hit off the boards, rushed down towards the slot. Traska making the first save, and the second one is banked in.
Well, when life gives you oranges, I guess you make orange juice, and that's what the Orange are trying to do here. Weidman plays it into the offensive zone, but Bulldogs got a little bit too antsy. It is offsides. If we look just at this period alone, it's 3-2. As far as goals are concerned, Nye putting the pressure on. Orange playing it forward. Getting aggressive, Cole. His shot deflected, trying to poke it in. Now a scrum in the corner. Orange will try to control possession. Bulldog gets tripped up, no arm raised. Played forward, Orange recover. Cook and Cole throw the Bulldog off. Now picking it up is Brown. And there is the arm. And the whistle, and Weidman.
You might see two here. And you definitely are, because Brown is going to get tossed from this game. Jake Brown, his third penalty of the game. There was a 2-minute minor for tripping. That was clear as day right there on Weidman, who gets up. And Weidman, giving him some words, takes a right hook straight to the jaw. And this will likely give the Bulldogs even further extended power play time. What was supposed to be just a 5-on-4 might be 5-on-3. I'm interested to see if the ejection is a 5-minute or just a 2-and-10.
Also interesting to note there from Weidman after the play, he took that hook, as you had called it, and looks over at the official, or looks over at the Bulldog faithful, and just kind of giving him a smile and a nice little chuckle before he skates off the ice.
Well, there's one to the box right now. It's Wimmer, who's going to sit down, waiting to see if we get a second one or not. I think it was Brown who was the player who tripped up Weidman at first. We'll see it here. The trip behind the play. And yeah, it is Brown. So I don't know if they can call 2-and-1 there as two separate penalties. Orange send out 4 skaters with white sweaters. So maybe it just is a 5-on-4, but there has to be extra penalty time here. And now we have a second Syracuse player going to the box. Chris Fanning likely to serve the second penalty. And there you go, 5 minutes will go on the clock. A major and a game misconduct, and we'll get 2 minutes on the initial penalty. So 5-on-3 for 2 minutes at least.
Fanning just got told he can leave the box.
Trying to sort this thing out here with the officials in the scoring table.
A little confused as well, because there's a 5 and a 2 on the scoreboard that we can witness here in the AIA.
Might just be a 5. We'll see. Yeah, I think it's just going to be a 5 here. 5 in a game misconduct. Oh, look at this. What's 5 plus 2 is 7. It's a 7-minute power play for the Bulldogs.
Well,
so likely, because Brown tripped him and got the ejection, they're going to add the two together. You don't see this very often. The Bulldogs are going to have 7 minutes of power play time.
I was just about to ask, in all your time calling games here, your many games called in the AIA, how many times have you seen a 7-minute penalty?
Not many, and this is very rare.
Strasky, the one-timer, is blockered away from Gajewski. Strasky recovers over to Smith. Smith skates ahead. His shot is deflected. Looked like it bounced off the mask of Finta right down into his lap, so he covers it up. And we have 6 minutes and 41 seconds remaining in the power play. Just a time I didn't think I'd have to say today.
Yeah, did not have this one on my bingo card, and an absolute goalie's worst nightmare, having to be down a skater for 7 minutes. It's hard enough to be down for 5 minutes, which is a challenge in itself, but you add an extra 2 on top of that, it makes it even worse, and then you get to just about 3 minutes left to go in the period.
A chance at a shorthanded. Brandt takes it, breakaway shot, scores!
Short-handed on a 7-minute power play. Syracuse again crawling back into this. These are some of the craziest hockey plays I've ever seen. Sloppy in the offensive zone. Clear-cut breakaway for Ben Brandt. He's going to get another point in this game.
That's his team leading 4th goal as well.
And the Orange are back within 3.
Strasky takes it back, and what a turn of events. Now Cole putting pressure on. It's left behind. Gajewski takes a hard fall. No arm. Will play on. Reimer skates aggressively. Played back for Jammer. It's stolen away. Deflects high. Gajewski trying to come away with it. Going the other way is Wren. He has one to beat. Powerful shot into the chest and saved away by Traska.
I think it's possible next whistle, if things still aren't going the way of the Bulldogs, you might see a timeout here from head coach Gary Estalos to try and just rally the troops here and settle everybody down. No need to play tight for right now because you're up by a lot and you have a long power play, but somehow things just not clicking over the past couple of minutes.
Played back, Gajewski on the point. He'll play it to the wing. Smith weaves in, shot, scores!
Exactly what you needed to get back in this game. Bulldogs strike again on the power play. Sebastian Smith doing his job. Adrian College getting right back to work in the offensive zone. Cycle to the top of the right dot. Toe drag shot. This might be another own goal from Syracuse. It looked like it took a kick off a skate blade in front and just fooled Fancy.
Well, I had a question for you. I think it gets answered for me. With a major and a minor, are they going to allow the minor clock to dissipate after the first goal? I know you can't with a major, but it looks like we're just going to keep it 5:30 remaining on the power play. McLaughlin can't keep it in the zone. Cross ice feed as Turin tries to get aggressive. Now it's played back. It rides the line from that bench wall. Orange attacking the other way. Nice effort there from Nordwind. Playing aggressive is Turin. Tries to okey doke the defender, instead takes a slip and fall. McLaughlin fighting McEnroe. The Bulldogs will take possession. Mins to Reagan. Reagan takes it on the point, leaves it. Now McLaughlin sends one high. No deflection can make it a point. Mins skates to the wing. Pass long to the other side. Now McLaughlin can't keep it on his skate. To the other wing. Mins was trailing Reagan. Now Mins will get it. Puts the brakes on, resetting. Attacking on the wing. Going underneath. Played to Mins. Mins shot. Sticked away. And a nice job clearing it there for the Orange. Under 4 minutes remaining in the power play. 7 in the period. Cole putting pressure. Left behind, Cole getting physical. Strasky leaves for Gajewski. Gajewski skates with aggression. Cut off by 2 defenders, now powered into the boards. Playing from behind the net. It's picked up, now attacking from the wing. The feed looking for Strasky. It looks like it'll be picked up by Smith on the boards. He'll go underneath. Playing patient. Strasky leaves it, fanning on the shot, and now it's cleared. Very fortunate for the Bulldogs. DeCalloway was able to get his stick and cause a little bit of disruption there. Otherwise, the Orange might have had another breakaway chance. Smith keeps it on his backhand, now attacking. He's got Jammer. Jammer shot off the iron. Netminder's best friend comes alive here with 6 minutes remaining in the second. Showing some patience as the Bulldogs. Now they'll set up the rush. Brandon Nye attacking. He beats the defense. Pass right into the slot. No one there, and the Bulldogs score.
No doubt about this one for AC. Again, they have a fast line rush. It's brought into the zone, cross crease. Net is wide open, hard to miss that, and it's stuffed in the back of the net. 9-4. This is a crazy, crazy game.
This second period alone could have been a whole game in itself. Could write a movie script about this second period with how crazy things have been. Battling for possession, Schomburger can't handle it. Gets sent underneath. Mott will recover. Still 2 minutes on the power play. Bulldogs send a rush. Nye will recover it in the corner. Taken off his stick, it gets passed up to Mott. Now on the wing. Played underneath. Schomburger battling in front. Mott on the right point. He'll skate back towards the center. Now to the left side. Shot in front in the crease, covered up. And we'll get a whistle.
I think the craziest part about that last sentence, still 2 minutes left on the power play. Sometimes forget that the Bulldogs are playing up by a skater right now. And this is just all over the place. An absolute insane game from the AIA.
All credit to the Orange, too, in these last 7 minutes of the power play for the Bulldogs. This has been some of their best hockey. They've seemed to play loose and free as the Bulldogs will set up Mins on the right point. He skates, he attacks, he passes. It's loose, and Cole will clear it.
Still got to be careful if you're Syracuse about protecting the front of the net. Bulldogs are going to send somebody there just about every single time, either for a screen deflection or trying to dump it into the back of the net on a cross crease play.
As chance at a cross ice feed, instead, Reagan took the shot. It got deflected away. Mins recovers the puck on the blue line. There's that player in front making an impact. Now back to McLaughlin. Cross ice feed looking for Reagan to McLaughlin. Shot in front, deflects around, and the Orange will clear it. Bulldogs set up their rush. McLaughlin leading with everyone trailing. He leaves for Smith. Smith attacks straight down the middle, fighting through the Orange defense. Bulldogs able to keep it in with Gajewski. Gajewski skates on the wing. Passes back and leaves it long. No one home to receive the one-time feed. 30 seconds remain. Jammer leaves behind for Smith. Smith takes it into the zone, keeps it on his stick. Nice move in front and covered up by Finta.
I think at this point, both teams are just looking to get out of the period and get this one done and over with. Still 3:33 remaining in the second period. Offensive zone draw for the Bulldogs.
Back, recovered by Toth, played cross ice. Now a shot right in front. Toth awaits. Patience, back over to the wing. Now Schomburger with the one-time feed in front, and a Bulldog takes a spill.
Like that passing play to try and set up Schomburger. Would have helped him out if he was a couple of feet more forward towards the slot area, but a good shot from him. Just put it into the chest of Finta, hoping there would be a rebound generated. Got to watch behind you for the box right now. 5 seconds left on the 7-minute power play.
And Weimer has a lot of energy. He spent, as you mentioned, 7 minutes, so he can potentially slip loose. Now battling, and a big hit into the boards. Nye takes a spill after Rugg got physical. Orange unable to clear the zone. Bulldogs get the attack going. The shot off the boards and will escape. Ziskinder in retreat. Pass it off. Now this puck takes a Bulldog bounce, and the shot is saved by Finta.
Be curious to see if we get some different line combinations for the rest of the game from the Bulldogs, or if they're just going to stick to the game plan and play it safe, but maybe some more rotations of the lower lines to get more ice time.
Well, Reagan is not taking this face-off anymore. He gets thrown off the dot. Smith tries to keep it in, and he'll recover the puck at the blue line. Smith into the corner, takes a shoulder. Going the other way is the Orange. It's flipped. Unable to handle it still, and somehow, I was about to say, how does that stay in play? So it did not. So we will have a neutral zone draw, I believe. Oh, it looks like we're going to be moving into the blocker side of Finta.
I believe it was from a hand pass off of Syracuse. That's why you're seeing the offensive zone draw for the Bulldogs.
This puck takes an odd bounce, battling to the left of Finta. Now just barely able to keep it in the zone is the Bulldogs. Turin applying some pressure. He'll pick it up in the corner, gets bodied off the puck. Spinning is Reimer. Back to McLaughlin. Shot finds a body. Mott with the shot, and it skips away. Big physicality there from Turin. More physicality from Reimer, and Mott will push the puck up the ice. Turin recovers to Jammer, pass right in front. Scoreboard stays the same as now the Orange with a 3-on-2. They pass into the slot, the shot off a body and caroms away.
Good soak from Nathaniel Mott. This is going to draw a call later on in this play. Syracuse is going to go back to the power play here, but earlier Nathaniel Mott stepping up, making a nice soak in the slot. Not going to argue this call as he just goes off to the box. Minute and 5 seconds left to go in the second period.
Yeah, and if you're the Bulldogs, that's not what you want to see. One of your top defenders on the team is going to take a seat. So you'll be playing a man down for what you're hoping is 2 minutes. Played onto the wing. The Orange back pass, one-timer, takes an odd bounce. And the Orange will keep possession. They flip it up onto the boards, spinning. Brandt plays it down into the wing. Now back for Thomas. Up top, return to Thomas. Once again, Chesner took Brandt, now on the wing. Chesner's one-time shot is well wide, and the Bulldogs are able to clear it. Chesner starts the rush. Pass bounces around. Brandt feeds it cross ice. Wren fans on the shot as time will expire. 55 seconds will still remain on the power play for the Orange when we return in the third period. But in this second period, we have seen nothing but chaos and action here in the Arrington Ice Arena, and I can only imagine that Herm has a long list of things that he can talk about.
Well, the live stats are not updated because of all the chaos that we've seen in the second period, and that was one of the more wacky frames of hockey I've ever seen. Get a 7-minute power play for the Bulldogs, a shorthanded goal on a 7-minute power play, penalties galore, power play goals galore. This was just absolutely all over the place and a complete dumpster fire on both ends of the ice. I would probably say that both benches would say neither side played very good in that last 40 minutes. the score run up just about as high as it can get. It's 9-4 after 2 periods of hockey. We still have 20 minutes more to go. I don't know what we're in store for the next period. I don't even know what to tell you is going to happen or what to expect because I don't know what to expect. So a puck hit off the back of the glass and go right into the crease. Somebody banks it home. I mean, just plays that you never see and maybe happen once a season. You catch it on the SportsCenter, not top 10, but this whole entire game has just been all over the place.
No, and then to touch on that, you add in the fact that the Orange have added a shorthanded goal to their tally. That 7-minute power play opened with the Orange shorthanded goal somehow. So just a lot of oddities that you don't see every day. As you mentioned, player's helmet comes off on the ice. Thankfully, everybody was sportsmanlike and made sure everybody stayed safe. Bulldogs could have easily been very unsportsmanlike and taken advantage of a unfortunate situation, but everyone left the ice as they entered, and we will do the same as we prepare for the third period of action. Bulldogs lead 9-4, 34-17 in shots on goal, and they will enter the third a man down. Don't go anywhere. My name is Sean Whitmer. Joining me today is Alex Herman, and we will be back on ACTV.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at AdrianCollegeTV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, a great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
I'm a special ed social worker, and I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
One-on-one battles lead to unit battles, which lead to team battles, and then a big victory at the end. Nothing different today than what you do every day, all right? Love you guys. Win on three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Hello and welcome back inside the Arrington Ice Arena. My name is Sean Whitmer, and joining me in the booth today is Alex Herman. Herm, very confusing second period there. Seen quite a few things that I've never seen before, and you've said that you haven't really seen that often either, so.
Yeah, and I've watched a lot of hockey games in my time, called a great number of them in my experience here at Adrian College, but never a period quite like that. 7-minute power play, shorthanded goals, penalties all over the place. That was just a sloppy period of hockey. But on a positive side, the Bulldogs are winning as they carry a 9-4 lead into the third period. I think really the biggest thing for them is just stick to simple plays, close this one out easy, and move on to tomorrow and shut the door and win a nice one as well.
Yeah, and I think the Bulldogs know exactly what they have to do. They understand what's on the table, and they understand what opportunities they've been able to create. The Orange, on the other hand, have felt almost as if most of their opportunities and their chances have come from just broken plays and things you don't expect to see. That's what a lot of those oddities were. With that being the case, what do the Orange have to do to turn those oddities into consistency?
Well, you got to protect the house. You're going to see a new goaltender come into the game for Syracuse and Cash Lawrence. making only his second appearance of the season, comes in with a 743 GAA and a 759 save percentage. So, number one, support your goaltender, but somehow, despite the adversity, Syracuse was able to score a couple of times in that second period, and they show they still have life in them. If they can keep it even strength, maybe they take it down the other way and try and look to make something happen.
Cash Lawrence, as we mentioned, the new netminder, is 6'5" freshman out of Steamboat Spring, Colorado, as due to the power play that the Orange carried over, Bulldogs are down Nathaniel Mott right now. And this puck will escape the zone. Bulldogs will make a change. Puck stolen away. Weidman shot just high. Now the Bulldogs trying to get fancy with it. They'll leave two defenders back deep. Orange with the counterattack. Spinning pass onto the point, now to the wing. Unmarked. Back up top, the one-time shot. Now the backhand. And covered up by Traska. A little bit of physicality there from McLaughlin as Mott comes out of the sin bin. And we're back to full strength for the next, well, we'll see how long that lasts, but 19 minutes remain in this period at least.
I hope for both sides that each team stays out of the box here for the rest of the game. No need for unnecessary stuff going on. If something happens in a play where somebody gets tripped up or slashed, it's a little bit different, but let's keep things civil here.
As that almost took an unfortunate bounce, thankfully for the Bulldogs, it was Sebastian Smith awaiting near the goal. Cook plays it into the offensive zone. His teammate recovers, and Traska will cover that. We now officially have two players named Cash on the ice.
We do. That's another oddity there. I mean, unusual name. I wasn't even thinking about it, but now you make a really good point. Unusual name, Cash Reagan for the Bulldogs. And on the other side, Cash Lawrence in net for Syracuse.
This puck is flipped back towards Lawrence, and Rugg will chase it down. Reagan putting some pressure on. Big contact from Cash Reagan. Stolen away. Gajewski battles off. Now to Strasky. Strasky flips back. It's Gajewski poking at it. Smith plays it off the boards. Chasing for it. Smith to Strasky. D-to-D pass. Sent in front, and it'll go back behind. Gajewski picks it up. Plays it to Smith, who's attacking. Cross-ice feed. Reimer battles into the corner. Gets knocked loose. Jammer comes for the assistance. It's that jumbo line for the Bulldogs. Jammer taking off his skates. And now it's played long, chasing after it was Toth for the icing.
17:35 left to go here in the third period. Bulldogs look to set up shop in the offensive zone. Eli Reimer, you see there getting set for the faceoff, has had an excellent night tonight.
Also just noticed on those new Bulldog unis, they have the Adrian College crest on the shoulders. Nice little detail there. Was wondering what that little piece of white was that I was seeing on the shoulder pads there, but little nice detail. Looks like Schomburger is going to be in the face-off against, I believe that might be Fanning. It's back. Mins struggling to keep it on his stick, but he will handle it for the moment. Toth rifles it in. Still loose. Back and forth. No shots on goal yet for the Bulldogs in this period. Ziskinder rifles one, and there's one. Now battling, kicked away once again.
Two good saves there from Lawrence, the point shot and then the rebound in front of the net.
It was some freshman on freshman violence there as McLeod was trying to get one to go against the freshman netminder. Mins putting the pressure on. A little bit of a shoulder there from DeCalloway. Gets left. Right point is Mott. He leaves it. Now physical play. Bulldogs unable to keep it in the zone. It gets flipped ahead in the neutral zone.
Tighter,
now played long.
Tighter game between these two teams, and that hit from Weidman could have been a penalty. Hands came up just a little bit, but I think at this point the officials are going to start letting some of those calls go so we can continue on here and get closer to the end of the third.
Mott picks it up, plays it into the corner. Now played long. Nye got one, and DeCalloway making some fancy moves around the defender. Nye battles in front. Weidman flips it backhand. It'll find the boards. I seen you react. There was a potential tripping call there on that rush from the Bulldogs, but they are calling it both ways with that little bit of a looser whistle. Orange have shown some strength here to start this third period, about a quarter of the way into it. Cash is facing off to the right of Cash. Played underneath. All the way back to the blue line. Smith comes and picks it up. He has Reagan in his way. Back to Strasky. Now rifled and jumping in front was Cash Reagan. He gets taken off his skates. Bro can't handle it. Sends it underneath. Reagan dive bombs to pick it up. Big physicality right in front of the house. Now it's passed, bouncing around. Bulldog spin shot taken off his skate. Net knocked loose slightly, and now a bunch of physicality.
Yeah, this is going to escalate. It's hard to see who was down on the ice. Got a stick right to the back, and that's going to anger Adrian College Bulldogs, which is not what you want to do right now, and tension's still flaring.
Seemed to be going both ways there. It looked like the Bulldog player that took the stick was doing the same to, I believe, Brandt for the orange at the very bottom of that pile. And it was, I believe you're indicating Gajewski on top of Brandt, and then Gajewski was getting some work too. Not what you want to see, of course, when the officials are swallowing the whistle a little bit more and letting things play. This tends to happen. The extracurriculars that no one wants to see because it could lead to unfortunate circumstances. Big physicality behind the net of Lawrence, and now it takes an odd deflection. Second chance opportunity is knocked away. Jammer plays it back to the point, and it's cleared by the orange, but there's no power play, so we will have icing.
That's another good save from Cash Lawrence on the deflection in front, using his big 6'5" frame to get on top of the puck. Seen a couple of really solid chances, and only coming into this game for the third period, doing his job thus far.
Cash Lawrence, 1 game played, 1 loss. He's allowed 7 goals on the season, but made 22 saves in that 1 game. Puck gets played long, battling for possession, spinning around. Rugg can't handle it. Gets poked away. Cross ice feed, switching sides. Gets deflected, now flipped high into the air. Now gets flipped all the way into the corner. Reimer takes the body instead of the puck, and it leads to a cover-up by Cash Lawrence.
Turin was driving the net there too, hoping that the piece of vulcanized rubber was going to pop loose, was ready to go on top of the crease. Instead, we get a whistle, 13:54 left to go in the third period.
Face off won by the Dogs. Mott plays it back to the wing. Now McLaughlin sends it in front. It's still loose. Cook recovers it for the Orange. Cole gets tangled up. Now it's played back. Bulldogs will keep it alive. Mott plays it tic-tac-toe up to Reimer. Reimer attacking. Jammer, backdoor feed, and Lawrence keeps it out.
I don't think there was ever a shot that got off there. The opportunity was right on the doorstep, but the Bulldogs not taking advantage as they're going to get caught off sides here.
Would like to quickly take a second to remind everyone that Adrian College TV broadcasts are fully student ran. Of course, myself, Sean Whitmer, and Alex Herman on the call. We have the fortunateness to be student directors here for ACTV. We have Nathan Lindner as our director for this evening, and Jack Whitehead operating our top camera, while Remington Gilniak is running back and forth on action cams, and I believe we have Abigail Reed doing some B-roll for us as well. Of course, the one full-time staff member of the ACTV crew is Josiah Durrell, who is our executive producer and streaming coordinator. And it seems as if get back to action and both players are told to reset. Played behind Traska. Pendleton dumps it into the corner. And Weidman had so much heat on the pass, he snapped his twig in half.
Kid's been hitting it in the weight room. Throwing down the bench press.
Well, he might want to settle down a little bit. He's starting to cost some money. As gets played over to Weidman, who flips it, avoids the contact. Weidman gets it loose for DeCalloway. And DeCalloway with a little bit of a shoulder check to the linesman.
It was definitely incidental. Hopefully the linesman's okay. Seems like he's all right. Might exchange some words at the next whistle. Might be an apology in order from DeCalloway.
Yeah, DeCalloway was spinning a little bit and got his head around a little late. Ran into the official there as Smith will take it over. Pass right in front and off the chest of Lawrence. Broken twig still on the ice. This pass will carry him off the glass. Rugg will recover it in the neutral zone. Nice move. Now it gets fed into the offensive end for the Orange. Brandt unable to do much with it, as that is a sky-high puck recovered by Smith. No, it's Reagan who will go underneath. It gets poked away by Rugg. Reagan will recover. And big hit from Brandt on Reagan. Reagan left the ice there for a moment. Now Toth with the one-timer, and an odd save. Looked like it bounced off the upper chest of Lawrence. Bulldogs with possession. Reagan to Smith.
Oh, and Smith tried to go for the Michigan move there behind the net. We've seen him do it before. Might be trying to set it up here.
Bulldogs keep possession. Smith will have to wait for that Michigan until later as he's leaving the ice. Schomburger tacks underneath. Little soft feed, gets it out of the defensive end for the Orange. Fanning skates aggressively. Nice moves here from McLaughlin as it's kicked. Mins recovers it. Spin pass to McLaughlin is kicked away. McLeod battles. Schomburger swiped at the puck midair. Now it's dumped into the corner. Mott, first player there to pick it up. Gets recovered by the Orange. Big physicality. And now a scrum into the boards. Bulldogs will come out quickly with the puck. And they clear it Under 10 minutes remaining here in the third period, and that will be icing as, well, we had 3 twigs find the ice there between whistles. Of course, this is game 1 of a 2-game series. Tomorrow's game will be a 1 o'clock puck drop, as it will be Jack Whitehead and Dakota Clift on the call for that one. Some other games taking place on ACTV tomorrow, and of course all home Bulldog action can be found on ACTV. Strasky picks it up, dumps it into the corner, battling for possession is Turin. Jammer comes over to help. Still fighting for it. Puck finally squirts loose and under the stick. That's a long race, but the Orange will not be able to beat out that race thanks to the Bulldogs.
We see a good shot of the Wow Cafe in Erie, one of the premier destinations to catch all Bulldog hockey.
Of course, those Wow Warriors can get very vocal up there. Thankfully for Lawrence, the freshman has to deal with a lot of fans behind him, but the section of the Wow Cafe closest to him seems to be pretty vacant right now, so not as much coming from above.
Not a bigger ticket game for the Wow Warriors to try and show up in full effect. You're likely going to see more of them next weekend against Ohio, which is a massive rivalry game for Adrian College. Home and home series starting Thursday and Friday. That home game at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The second game over in Athens, Ohio at Bird Arena at 7 o'clock. Really, that's one of their bigger weekends of the season. But some more tough matchups in the queue for them. Have Saginaw Valley after that, who's relatively sneaky, and then another tough weekend in Niagara, who's again a top 10 ACHA Division I team. Crazy to think that we're almost halfway through the semester too.
Yeah, just about. Midterms just got, midterm grades are coming out this Sunday, I believe, here on the campus of Adrian College. As a big hit, center ice, had a Bulldog twirling. I believe it was Ziskinder who got back just in time to make the pass, led a little long. And Weidman takes a tumble. He'll get up quickly. Can see the snow on his jersey as he skates back in defense. Goes underneath. More physicality. Gajewski escorts a man to the bench. Rugg going the other way, has his shot deflected. Nordwind, cross ice feed, now up to Rugg. Stolen away once again. Rugg showing some frustration. Nordwind skates ahead. He will dump it in, and a whistle will sound.
Here's some displeasure from the Syracuse bench. Don't really know why, especially with that offsides call, believing that the play was onside. And they've had a frustrating night, and it makes sense why they're moaning and groaning over to our left.
Puck played into the corner now. Resuming play going the other way. Bulldogs applying pressure. Sebastian Smith and Cash Reagan. Reagan takes it away. Pass right into the slot and still loose. Flipped up. Was curious why Reagan got the puck so easily. It was a broken twig. Now another shot. Deflected away. Mott to McLaughlin. McLaughlin shot is wide. Spin shot off the glass. Duffy with a little bit of physicality. Reagan wraps around, pass to Mott. Mott shows some patience, sends one in. The Orange have Brandt leading the way, and he can't keep his footing. Of course, Everyone is wearing skates, but ice is a slippery surface. This pass, trying to corral it, was Cook. A little awkward for him. Will finally pick it up and send it in underneath the Orange first team there, but Bulldogs right behind them. It's played here to the near side. It's Mins. Mins, cross ice feed, Fanning, spin shot for the second chance right into the lap and covered up.
See some more broken lumber on the ice, and that otherwise would have been a really solid chance for Mateo Turin, who just barely missed.
You know, with the amount of broken twigs and loose wood we've had on the ice tonight, we could have a really nice bonfire after this game.
We certainly could, and I'm sure the stick reps are on speed dial right now as well, trying to get some new lumber for both benches.
As the Orange will take control, it's played back. Bro recovering. He'll play it up. Stolen right back by the Orange. A lot of play in the neutral zone as of late, and Bro, first Bulldog there, pokes it free. Now it's played for Reimer. He has Jammer on the backside. Reimer leaves it behind. Turin plays it. Bounces loose. Turin trying to send it back to Jammer. He will recover it. Strasky's shot looked to be off the legs of Turin. On his horse is Wren chasing after the puck, and he takes a spill. Reimer recovering. 5:30 remain in the game. Going the other way and flipping it off the netting was Justin Jammer. So official schedule for the ACTV slate tomorrow. Men's D1, of course, taking on Syracuse in Game 2 at 1 o'clock. Women's volleyball will also be taking on Calvin at 1 o'clock, and men's football will be taking on Calvin at 1 o'clock away, so that will be a audio-only broadcast. We also have men's D2 taking on Indiana Tech at 4 o'clock. Herm, of course, on that men's D2 team, and I'm sure he's excited for his home opener.
Absolutely. Nothing better than a game at the AIA on a Saturday afternoon. Well, you could really pick any day now that I think of it. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You pick.
A couple of your Thursday slates are going to be some fun games to hopefully be on the call for, as those will be some late ones, but
we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah. Now it gets played forward, and a big hit at center ice. Nice, slow to get up. Weidman chasing after the puck. More big contact. Back and forth. The Calloway sent into the boards. Weidman flips the puck up and into a unfortunate location on the Orange defender.
Don't be surprised if you see some more large hits coming up here over the next sequence of plays. Have contact in the open ice right there as Nye, without the puck, gets clocked on the blue line. I was sure that was going to draw a penalty, but it did not, and some fiery pitchforks being sent back each way from the Bulldogs and the Orange.
Well, the Orange are still trying to get Uncle Mo on their side and swing things back their way for tomorrow's action. I would say it's safe to say the Orange have shown some pulp here today. And Herm did not like that one.
I was not expecting it. It gave me a good little chuckle there. But I have to agree with your analogy. They've played hard, and I don't want to say they've played bad. They've just run into a really good Adrian College team who has taken advantage of the opportunities that they've fought for throughout the course of this game. Nothing is impossible, but if they're able to start the period the way that they have in some of those spurts throughout the course of the game, tomorrow they might be able to hang in one.
If they played defensively the way they've played here in this third period and offensively the way they played in the second period for the entire game, they would be in this all the way through. It's just putting the whole thing together from whistle to whistle. Because this has easily been their best defensive period yet, only allowing 8 shots on goal thus far. Schomburger avoids the furniture in the ceiling and gets called for icing. Slightly confused because I was almost certain it was icing, but I watched Schomburger get off the ice after the official had made his statement.
Might have snuck past the officials. I don't know there. It definitely was icing. Face off back to our right.
And it was definitely Schomburger that flipped it. But I believe Cash Reagan has taken his place. Officials might have got confused by those jerseys with the coloring of the numbers being so close to the base color. This shot is saved by Traska, and a little bit of light contact there in the crease. Got to protect your netminder. Bulldogs, of course, here just trying to let this clock run, but they also need to remember they have a game tomorrow, and if the Orange can get some confidence, they might be able to make something work. It's played long, picked up. The Callaway fighting for room. Mind you, that was Mins, actually. Now it gets covered by the Orange going the other way. Nordwind can't handle it. Schomburger plays it back into the slot, and it's stolen back away. Strasky will recover. Skates in retreat, pass to Mins. It's the freshman McLeod shot that gets blocked by an Orange player. Now Reimer flips it up. Unable to handle it, and now skating with some pace back to ensure the icing was Ziskinder. And 2:24 remains here in the third period of action. We will have a face-off to the blocker side of Cash Lawrence, and it will be the jumbo line for the Bulldogs as Eli Reimer awaits on the dot. Puck is dropped. Ziskinder, D-to-D pass to Toth, had it blocked. Now Ziskinder will recover it. A lot more physicality between Thomas and Turin. This puck gets dumped in. Turin attacking. It's left behind for Thomas. Thomas gets battled off the puck. Cole lost his footing. Now it's passed up for Reimer. Reimer attacking, puts the brakes on, spins. Back to Reimer on the dot. He attacks, makes a move, and it's kicked away. Lost sight of the puck for a moment. Now D-to-D, it's Ziskinder. His one-time shot deflected, kicks it in from Turin.
Not a whole lot that Lawrence can do on this one. Made 3 great saves on that offensive zone drive from the Bulldogs. You see relentless pressure up to the top. It's a good slap shot, pass off pad, and really just barely trickles in. Lawrence has been fantastic otherwise.
He's given up 1 goal. He's seen 11 shots, so he's made 10 saves so far in his action here today. And I think he might be making a case to see some more time tomorrow with how well he's been seeing the puck here in the AIA. 2 players get tangled up and take a tumble. They both are still tangled up on the back end of the play as Traska comes out and plays it. That was DeCalloway and Fanning tangled up in the back end. And Weidman with a breakaway chance on the freshman, blockered away. Blake Weidman couldn't capitalize on the rare opportunity. Going the other way, it gets kicked. Weidman recovers it, dumps it in. Bulldogs clear the zone, and now they will recover the puck underneath the net. Passed up top to Calloway, shot. Breaks away, McLaughlin can't dump it in. He'll skate back. It's now played forward, Schomburger. Leaves it behind Mins. Back, nice move, breaking towards the net. Forgive me, that isn't DeCalloway, that's Jack Duffy. Blake Hilterman, mind you. Sorry, looked at the wrong sheet there for a moment. As the clock will expire and the Bulldogs will walk out victorious 10-4 in what was a very interesting first period, an extremely confusing second period, and maybe the best defensive period possible there in the third when there was no whistles whatsoever.
Yeah, that was an absolute wild one from the AIA. A lot to unpack for sure. I think writing's on the wall for both of these teams. You got to play a cleaner game tomorrow. Bulldogs certainly dominated and were spectacular all day long, but there's still stuff to fix and improve on for tomorrow as they head into the second game of this weekend series.
Bulldogs looked great. I just think if the Orange can put things together, they had great defensive effort there in the third period. Of course, they were given a lot of things as far as the whistle not being blown as often, but they showed the effort there in the third period. The second period, they showed some offensive effort. What do they have to do going into tomorrow's contest? What adjustments do they have to make to put it all together?
Just got to play their game and keep things simple. It's a very hockey cliche to just say pucks in deep, go to the net, do the little things correct, but that's really all that it comes down to at the end of the day. Both teams have skilled players on their benches. They have the ability to play and score and do the right things. It's just a matter of properly executing and putting together a solid game plan.
Nice moment there on the ice. We had 3 players from each team take a little moment together, and the Bulldogs will step off the ice and we will step out of the booth. We'd like to thank you for joining us. My name's Sean Whitmer. Joining me in the booth was Alex Herman. From us and our entire crew here on ACTV, we'll see you next time.